Well, there's been so much hoo-ha in the news, right, with this Gary Lineker tweet thing. It kind of brings me in with the next stage of facts, shall we say. I got another letter again, but it's a red one. I've covered this. So if this is to anybody watching this that's never had a red letter, treat it like the rest of them. It's not worth the paper it's written on. There's plenty of stuff out there to go back onto it. So the last one with the facts. This time I think I would actually like to speak about the high earners, and lo and behold, the facts are quite astounding. That obviously the number one high earner with the BBC for 21-22 for the 5th year running is Mr. Gary Lineker, with over £1 million of a wage. Gross, absolutely gross. It's sickening that somebody can sit there and just talk a load of waffle and gets paid that kind of money off a licence payer's fees. Everybody else has got to knock their melting and live on the minimum wage, but he's got to get a minimum. And I'll tell you what, when you look at the top 10, from number 2 down, he's the only earner for the BBC to earn over £1 million. This displayed on that. So I'm not sure what the Director General that gets and things like that, but no doubt I can find it because there is so much information out there. So let's go and do a display here right now on what I found, and obviously I'll stick a link below to the website that I've got this off of, so if you want to go and look and peruse through it yourself, you're more than welcome. So here's a clip from the salaries of highest paid presenters and celebrities. So as you can see, Gary Lineker there is number 1 at the top, followed by Zoe Ball, so she's doing really well. But it's amazing when you see the list of people and what they do. So there you can see number 1 at the top there, 1.350 million. Wow, that is just absolutely gross. And then we'll go to page 2 now. There you go. Look at that, number 3, Alan Shearer. £450,000. He's not even getting £500,000, and yet he's on the same money as Steve Wright, who's been a really good presenter to the BBC of the years. I love the good old Wrighty. He was worth his money. Definitely celebrity status there. Stephen Nolan, never heard of him. Hugh Edwards, only £400,000 for Hugh Edwards, and he's been the backbone on News at 6 for God knows how many years. There we go. Look at that. Vanessa Feltz, £400,000. God knows what she actually gave into the business, but well. There you go. Scotty Mills, he's another, and he's on the same money as, he must feel really hard on me actually, that he's only on the same money as Vanessa Feltz. And then Greg James, propping up the top 10, just under the £400,000. The one that really surprised me, just a way to creep up into the screen here, on number 11, the legend from radio to Ken Bruce. Now there's a guy there that's done so much in the BBC and entertainment wise as well, and look at that, he's on less money than Vanessa Feltz. What does that tell you, eh? There you have it. When you see how much money that the BBC are pulling in revenue. Now I remember the last time we were talking billions, right? Pardon me. And then you work out, go and add all that up, how much money they're paying in wages and overheads. But bearing in mind that's only the top 10 earners. The list goes further down. If you get a chance to read it, actually, it is quite interesting reading, because some of the names that popped up, one of them that got me was Faisal Islam. I'm sure he was actually a political correspondent over on Sky News. So they've obviously poached him over. Not that I watched anymore now anyway, because I've not got a licence, so I don't really care. But it just shows you the disregard that they've got with your money when they're trying to keep their head above water, and they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. So definitely a nonsensical setup. So, but in saying that, what really gets to me is the hoo-ha that they've done with over 75s by taking away a nice gesture of a free TV licence to them. A blind person, imagine giving them a reduced rate, you know, and yet at the same time as well, Gary Lineker has been suspended, but I bet he's still getting suspended on full pay, even though he's actually not technically employed by the BBC, because he's freelance, and that's how he's allowed to say what he wants, or so he thinks. So, but well, you know what? There is so much. I just can't believe that the nonsense with the whole schematic of things. That hey, it doesn't enter out. There's more important stuff as far as I'm concerned, and how that is the top of the reporting tree just now on the news, I believe. I can't believe that the coverage that this crap's actually getting. So, but there you go. So we now know who the high earners are. If you would like to see a third edition of facts, or if there's anything that you would like to know, jot us down something in the comments. Oh, I'll tell you what, actually, spoiler alert before I go. Peter, oh God, I can't mind his name. But anyway, yeah, he gave me a lovely comment. You'll see me in the letters here, okay? There you go. Gordon Smith, Enforcement Manager, Dundee. I believe he's also the Enforcement Manager of Kilmarnock and Glasgow. So there's something as well, okay? So everybody in your letters, if you can tell me, if there's anybody else has a Gordon Smith, okay, let me know what area these enforcement officers for. So right now, I know that he's Dundee, and I thought he was just the Dundee area, right? So let's see what other areas that Mr. Gordon Smith actually covers. So that's one for you guys to work out as well. So drop them down in the comments below as well. Once again, thank you for taking the time to watch. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I hope you're actually enjoying this as well. And well, to the next one. I'll say the